Hello, VC Olivier coming up with a new video. This video today is a bit special because typically I tend to focus on one genre in my video, and this one is a bit of mix of different things. It's basically several records that I found over the last month and that I didn't do a video from so far. So I will start immediately. Look, if you're new to my channel, if you never watched any video, or if you watched again videos, welcome to everyone. If you're not a subscriber, I would appreciate your subscription. If you want to comment, comments are always welcome, and I really appreciate to read them and to answer to them. And at the end, if you like the video, I would appreciate a thumbs up because that keeps me going. So I will start now with the first record, which is an album that everybody knows from Pink Floyd, which is Wish You Were Here. And you know, the album is from 1975, and that's a bit of a special version because it's the half-speed mastered version in 45 RPM from 1980. And it's a US press. It's a really, it's a great album from Pink Floyd, and I think that's probably the best sounding record that I have heard, or version that I have heard from this album. So really happy that I found this one. Next one is a blues album, which I had on my want list as well for a long time. It's Albert King, Born Under a Bad Sign. It's a really great blues album from 1967. I was looking for an original version. They are pretty difficult to find in good condition, and this one came up online. And it's even, if you can see, still in the shrink or partially in the shrink. So in super condition, the cover was great condition, and the record itself is really pristine. It comes on this Stax label, and that's the mono version, right? So the mono version of this album, the yellow label would be the stereo version. I found this one, I bought this one online, I bid on it, I put a number which I thought like I will not get it, and finally, look, I won the bid, right? Which was fantastic for this album again that I was looking for quite some time. Next album, another great one, which is probably less renowned, Ashim Raichel, AR4, which is the fourth album from this artist. It's a German Krautrock, jazz rock oriented album from 1973, and Ashim Raichel did a few other albums. His first album is probably more renowned for the Krautrock collectioner, but this one is really fantastic. I personally prefer this album to all of the other album he has done, and that comes on this fantastic Zebra label, super difficult to find, and as well with the Zebra inner sleeve. The next one, we stay with Krautrock, with Can So Delight, which is a later album from 1977. It's an original German press on the Harvest label. Was happy to find this one as well. That was a bit special because I was ordering another record online. I don't even remember what it was. I think maybe Ashra Temple. And the guy made a mistake and he sent this Can record to me. And then I went back to him and said, look, you sent me the wrong record. And he asked me if I wanted to keep it. In reality, I already have one, copy of this album, but I had the UK copy. It was not in great shape. This one is near mint, German. And again, he gave me a good price because it was already with me. Next album is a reissue. It's the band called Universe, and it's a self-titled album. It's not an original again, right? But originally came out in 1971. It's a British blues rock band, and this reissue is from 2022, and it's on the Future Shock label, and it comes on this nice turquoise box. Really great album. I really liked it. I think, again, it's a reissue from 2022, so you can probably find them online pretty easily. And I really highly recommend to check that out if you don't know them. Next one as well, British heavy blues rock, CWT. and the album The Hundred's Weight from 1973. And look, it's a British band, but they issued their record first time in Germany on this Kuckuck label. So that's not an original, it's a reissue on the missing vinyl, but originally it came out in 1973, and this Kuckuck label is really renowned for many krautrock bands, right? But this is not krautrock, it's a German heavy psych blues, but it's a really great album. Next one, now we are getting to Japan with Food Brain and their album Social Gathering. So you have the record, it's a Japanese record, right? And Japanese version or issue as well. You have the obi here, and you have the jacket, which is again a gatefold cover. There is as well an insert inside with, you know, some pictures of the band. Or yeah, it's a really good album. There is Shink Shen on the guitar, which is Shink Shen has done some album with over bands and as well some solo album. It came originally on the Polydor in 1970 or 1970, yeah, 1970 on this Polydor label, right? I mean, but again, that's a reissue from I think 1999, if I don't mistake, and it's a reissue on the Divine Record label. But again, was really pleased to find this one, really great album, as well on my want list for some time already. And yeah, the originals are almost impossible to find, right? So I went for this reissue again from the late 80s, which are already as well pretty difficult to find. Next one, that's an album from a Brazilian band, Kento Viol, which is a kind of a folk band singing in Portuguese. And look, when you look at the cover, it's the same cover that Hardrock, 70s Hardrock band from the UK, which is Paladin, and you know, they had kind of similar cover, right? But again, that's not the 70s Hardrock band, which I still have on my want list, but it's this Brazilian folk band. Comes on the Philips label, and it's a really nice to listen album. Next one, we are getting more towards jazz with Yves Texi. Yves Texi is a French counterbass player. And again, the album originally came out in 1973, I think, or 70, let me check. 1977, sorry. And yeah, and it came, and that's a reissue, right? So it's a reissue, but it's a really great contemporary jazz record. If you like contrabass, I mean, he's a really great contrabass player. Next album from a band called Afric, which is from LA, California, and their album, which is called Soul Makosa. It's from 1973. It's as well, I mean, it's not difficult to find records. You can find these records probably pretty cheap online. This one, I got it sealed because I wanted to have a really good sounding copy of it. It comes on this mainstream Red Lion production label. And, you know, look, I think I buy everything I find on this label. It's really great. It's more on the jazz, funk side of things. But, you know, I have few albums now which I bought with that label and I've never been disappointed, right? So really great album. Again, more soul, funk, jazz, a bit of blues as well. I really recommend you to check this one out if you've never heard about it. It's really something you can find easily, and it's an amazing record in my view. Then we are staying as well in ethnic Africa kind of jazz, right? And that's a band which is called Mombasa, African rhythm and blues, but again, it's more on the jazz. There is a bit of rhythm and blues, but it's more jazz oriented in my view, and it's kind of, again, Africa, ethnic music a bit. And yeah, I have 2 albums of them. I will show you the second one. So that's the first album they did, and it comes on this Spigey label, which is a German label, and it's a German issue. I think they were, I mean, they were originally from Africa, and or one of the main members stayed in Africa for many years, and when he came back to Europe, I think they were residing in Germany, I believe, and that's why they were issued on this Spigey label. Second one, Mombasa 2, right? So Spigey label as well, and this one, the former one was from 1975, this album is from 1976. And we are finishing with something really special. Now we are going to complete different genre. We are going to heavy metal with Night Demon. And look, there is a bit of a story around this record. I just went a few weeks ago to see a heavy metal band which I like since I'm a kid, which is King Diamond. And that was the opening act from King Diamond. And they were selling some records there. Comes on this nice green translucid wax. And I really like the opening act, and look, it's a smaller band from California, so yeah, I thought myself, I will definitely buy a record, support this band, but look, it was really great evening, great album as well. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If that was the case, don't forget, give me a thumbs up. See you soon. Bye.